Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your favorite series on the internet, Guess the Elo. In case you need a reminder, in this series I analyze my subscriber games live on stream and then I try to guess their rating on chess.com. This series has been going on far too long, but I have both good and bad news. It will never stop. The things that you manage to create on the 64 squares every time any one of you boot up a game on chess.com, those things are truly incredible. They really encapsulate what it is like to be alive. When you play chess, you experience a wide range of emotions, and when you watch Guess the Elo, you experience that same range of emotions 5 times. And with that, I would like to thank the sponsor of the Guess the Elo series, Surfshark.
Folks, today I want to make sure that none of you are blundering your privacy online. Because you know how in chess, one careless move can mess up the whole position? Well, browsing the internet in an unsecure fashion is kind of like the same thing. These days, we spend so much time online, watching games, studying chess, browsing on random Wi-Fi networks when out of the house. And a lot of people don't realize how exposed their data is when they do that. That's why I use Surfshark. Surfshark will encrypt your connection and helps keep your data safe when you're browsing online. It's simple. It runs in the background, and honestly, I like to keep it on most of the times that I'm out of the house. One feature in particular that I like is being able to change your virtual location. Sometimes a certain show will be unavailable depending where you are in the world, and Surfshark will help that very easily. And my favorite tip, which I've said many times before, but I will say it again, the next time you try to buy airfare or a hotel for an upcoming trip, use Surfshark. Depending on where you change your location to, you could get a better deal. Folks, I'm really excited to have Surfshark as the sponsor of the Guess the Elo series. Go to surfshark.com/Gotham or use code Gotham at checkout to get 4 extra months of Surfshark VPN. All right, let's get back to the games.
Scandinavian defense. Knight c3. White was going for the Vienna, but got countered. Pawn takes, knight takes. All right, we developed some pieces. You should develop the knight and not the queen. Oh, that's a very nice counter. It's a miracle that you didn't blunder this fork. Okay, now black is just down a knight. Okay. Queen takes pawn. Didn't see that. Knight f3. Short castle. We're completely winning. Actually, you can even take this because after queen takes bishop c6, you win the queen. Okay, developing the bishop. Don't hang the queen. Nice. Counter the knight. Develop the bishop. Take on g7. Free pawn, bro. There was 2 free pawns. Take on g7. Okay. Take something. Take with the bishop. Nice. Take the rook. Nice. Rook e1. Nice. Queen g7. Not also good. Yes. Yes. Take the queen. Yes. All right. Easy. That was the whole game? That was the whole game. Sometimes you guys just submit mad normal games. That was the whole game? That means that white is probably like 300. You guys got to realize, when you submit a game, you play really well and you're low rated. It's very obvious. You guys are like proud, you know? Or you cheated, which has happened in Guess the Elo. It's probably happened at least 4 or 5 times that somebody submitted a game, and when we did the reveal, a staff member was watching, scanned their games, and banned them for cheating. It has happened. You guys got to realize, series gets watched by 400,000 or 500,000 people. I mean, we're not the Sopranos, but we're close. So, at what level do you need to be to play like this? I mean, you got to be like 400 max, right? I mean, knight takes c2 is... got to be 400, right? Like, there's no explanation. I'm going to say 400, just literally off of one. I'm not even going to look at the rest of the game. I'm going to say 400. 400. 410. First game. $940 versus $906. Nope. No. No. No, this is a fake game. You guys might not know each other. I have no idea. I mean, there's no... That just happened? This game literally just happened. You guys don't know each other? Yesterday? What? How is that possible? He's not a new account. I'm done, bro. Hey, Gotham sub, I didn't mean to insult you. I mean, I just thought your opponent played horribly. I don't know. I mean, you're not a 400. But, okay. Wow. God, can you imagine watching this and you're like below 900 and you see that? I mean, that was... Hey, the game review thinks that black is... Game review thinks that black is... So, game review thought that white was 1600 and black was 1150. And that's not possible. And we are now going to move on to the next game. It's just not possible. I mean, that's just a lie. It's a lie. Just a lie. Game 2. Random noob. E4, E5. Nice and easy. Nice little chill game. E4, E5. Vienna Gambit. Gotham sub with the black pieces in this one. Or maybe with the white pieces. We don't know. Accepts the gambit. Doesn't know that it's bad. E5. Hangs the knight in one move. Goodness gracious me. Okay. Okay, so this is just about the most catastrophic Vienna Gambit that can happen. You accept the gambit and you hang the knight. Then do you win the queen? No! You don't even win the queen. So you are just absolutely bludgeoned. Man, chess is just so brutal, man. Man, I mean, this is just... This is so crazy, bro. I mean, that is just... I mean, you just do everything right, and then you just hang the queen. Oh. Oh, now it's even worse. Oh, check on e7. Okay, now the bishop gets out. We trade the bishop. Free pawn. What level do you have to be not to take this? What level do you have to be to not take? Oh, it's your game? What up, Kai? It's Kai UK? Are you Kai and are you from the UK? Sorry, I mean, it's kind of in your username. Shout out to Kai from the UK. Knight d7. Queen e7 from Big Kai. I mean, knight e5 is just dreadful. Trading the pieces. Queen g6, I would play. Fork. I don't hate that move. I would do something. Yeah. Uh-oh. 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 Great move. Queen f3 is fantastic. Move the king. Take the rook. Take the pawn. Give a check. Give another check. Yes. 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 No. 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 Boom. Check. 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 Check again. Oh, he got out. We win. We win. Oh. Oh. Little triple ladder mate. Like a fork. Like an actual fork. With the prongs. Boom. Amazing game. Horrendous. And yet amazing all at the same time. At what level do you have to be to blunder everything in the Vienna Gambit and then win the queen? Trident. Yeah, Trident, mate. Yeah, Trident. Yeah, Trident, mate. Yeah. Been streaming for a long time. All right, I forgot the name. Don't worry. Trident, mate. Yeah. All right. Not 1,000. I think we can safely say not 1,000. White played very scrambled after that, but then Kai was locked in. Kai played very well. No real blunders. Okay, so not taking the pawn here is kind of crazy. And then giving these checks is kind of crazy, and then settling for rook takes is kind of crazy. Vienna Gambit. You know, I'm going to say like 720. That's my guess. My guess is 720. Because I think, like, can a 700 play the Vienna that well and then blunder their queen? And then panic? But then there was not that many blunders. No, 720 is too low. 720 is too low. Vienna Gambit successful, knight g4, it can totally happen. I'm going to say like 820. Not 720, but 820. Survey says 870. Shout out to Kai. I said 820. It's 870. I raised it up by 100. I actually had a feeling it was pretty high rated because you got to be pretty good with white to play that type of Vienna. Yo, Kai, I think you played somebody who learned the Vienna from me and they brutalized you with the Vienna and then you won their queen. And that's life. That is how it goes. Hey, Kai, you are indeed Kai, and you are probably from the UK. Well, Kai, when you submit a game and your username is Kai from UK, you know, there's probably millions of you over there, so we won't find you. But nice game. Yeah, he's UK. He's UK. He's from the UK. He's from the UK. That's all right. He's from the UK. Kai from the UK. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. I sound like Arthur from Peaky Blinders. Okay, tremendous. We have 3 more games to go. We are doing very, very well. All right, D4. Nice little London. London and a Dutchman. Okay. I have a booger, and I've been trying to pick it for some time very subtly, but I'm failing. So, sorry. I do apologize. Yes, there's the London. Sorry. Relax. Everybody take a deep breath. We didn't miss too much. Okay. Okay, so bishop to e6 just can't possibly be a good move. You gotta go e5. You gotta go e5 here, okay? Uh-huh. Are we gonna castle long? No. No. How do you castle long? You could have castled long for 3 moves, and you choose to castle long the second that you get forked. I mean, how do you guys... Uh-huh. Take the bishop. Okay, good move. Queen c2. Decent. Don't hate it. Uh-huh. Okay, you got to move the queen. But everything is protected. Take. Oh, that's very creative. It doesn't work because of bishop takes, but white is not going to play that. Yeah, white is going to go here. And then I would go to a3. I would go to a3 because a7 is hanging, you see? Uh-huh. Take. So we have the same material, but I have an extra knight, and we've castled on opposite sides. So I put the rooks right here. I go with my queen, my knight, and I mate. So, bam, 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 bam. Ready? All right, kind of. Now, what black shouldn't do here, is black shouldn't play rook to d7. So this is the way you anticipate mistakes in chess. All right? So if rook d7, mate is protected, but queen h8 is there. I don't like having these skills of predicting your catastrophic blunders, man. Oh my god. I know how the game is going to end. It's Guess the Elo, boys and girls. The game is going to end rook takes b7, king takes b7, queen to c6, and then rook to b1 and queen a8 mate. It's Guess the Elo. Never mind. Now? Never mind. Honestly, the game is not that bad. Check. Ah. Very nice. Queen e6. Check. That's the stuff. Hey, how you doing? That's the stuff. That's the good stuff. A little nice sacrifice. We call that a deflection. We call it both a deflection and an attraction, you know, because you attract the queen and then you go in, you get boom. It gets done. You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding. Now, what level do you have to be to play this, man? I once again think this is a player who overperformed for their rating. Blundering a fork is just insane. You play a Dutch and then you forget what you're doing. And then you kind of try, like, you got, you know, to find this, you got to be kind of good. You got to be a little creative. You got to be kind of, but then to trade all the pieces and then to not. So what level do you have to be to not spot this? I'm going to say low 900. Low 900. High 800. I'm going to say 910 is my guess. 910. No. 880. There's no way this is a 4-digit game. There is just no way. I will be bewildered if this is a 4-digit game. You guys ready? Boom. $677. Wow. Wow. That's very impressive. Wow. Honestly, at that level, to find that, you doubt. Very good game. Very decent. Honestly, you should be very proud. That was a very, very, very well played game. Very good. Very good. And you found the fork. And honestly, even Black played pretty well after blundering the fork. Black played good. I liked how Black played. Okay. Let's go Sicilian. I have no idea what this is, but apparently this is called the Catalima variation. Who is that, bro? I'm about to Google this. Who is that? Katalimov. Boris Katalimov. Soviet and Kazakhstani chess player. Boris Nikolaevich Katalimov. He was an international master. Okay. Didn't know who this is. Didn't know. Okay, so white played some garbage. Queen c2. Nice. Why is it bad? I mean, it's just unorthodox. Okay, so like white just wins already. Just advance in the center. You gotta push in the center. So I'm gonna tell you something right now. Like, if you play Queen c2, like, I mean, this is just, what is this? This is stupid. And then a few moves later, you play the queen back to d1. I mean, this is, I hate this. Okay, now, this is a horrible structure for Black. White just has the bishops pointed this way. White wins this game by moving knight f1, knight g3, knight h5, sacrificing and just winning. I mean, black, he just completely locked all his pieces out of the game. Like, it's a wrap. Yeah. Horrible. Move the bishop. h4. Yeah. Take it. Take it too. Trade the bishop or play f4. I don't even care. Masterful game so far. So there's a plan here. G3, king G2, rook H1. But you can also play knight F3. Fantastic. Oh my God. Incredible. Queen H3 check is actually kind of lucky. Move the bishop. Maybe G3 is the best because you stop the knight from coming forward. Fine, you allow the knight to come forward. I don't even care. Okay. A little bit of counterplay here. I'm getting a little bit, my anus is a little clenched. A little bit clenched. There's no mate? Okay. Boom, boom. GG. Yes. Yes. There's gotta be something. We're gonna go bang, and then bang, and then bang, and then bang. Or bang, 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 bang. Ready? Yes. Rook G2. Okay. The rook. Can't yell it. My throat is clapped. Ah! Disgusting. I mean, the control with which White played this game. Black also didn't play that bad. They just made some strange decisions. It was a very good game. To spot that here, you don't need to move the bishop. And instead you go here, check, and then bishop c1. Like, these are the top moves of the engine. You think 1300? You are straight up absolutely insane if you think that this is a 1300 level game. There is no chance in a bajillion years. A person only plays this setup with White if they are arrogant enough to invent their own openings. When you get arrogant enough to invent your openings, you're like 1900. That is when you are so strong, you deliberately play in a stupid fashion. Now, in the game, Black played really passive. I actually think my take is that White is at least 2000. Like, my prediction is this is a game between two 2000s. At minimum. At minimum. I think White is a 2000 level player. And the survey says... And that's why you watch. That is why you watch. 1983 versus 2011, bro. That is why you watch the series, man, because I am the GOAT. Ain't nobody do it like me. Absolutely nobody does it like me. Nobody. Nobody. I am the man, and there is nothing you can do about that. Absolutely nothing you can do. Absolutely goated guess. Absolutely unbelievable. Nobody does it like me. Nobody does it like Gotham. Absolutely nobody. It doesn't even matter how the next game goes. That was an absolutely legendary guess. Absolutely legendary. What does chess.com think? Doesn't matter. I'm the man. I don't care what chess.com thinks. We're going to the last game. That's it. Makes absolutely no difference to me what they say. Makes no difference. So the last game of this episode is e3, queen f3. Okay. We are off to a really good start. Scholar's mate. Okay. Now, Black actually playing a real opening is very fascinating. Okay, so Black is actually probably pretty good. Okay, King's Indian. Yeah, that's just terrible because we can just take. Oh, you might have... No, you don't have bishop g4. I thought you had bishop g4 with mate, but there's queen d3. Here you just play knight g4, and e6 you can still play knight 2 e5. Okay. b3. is really bad. B3 is so bad. So bad. B3 is so bad. Because black is threatening this move anyway. And by playing B3, you just... if you go here, you take one of them, and then you win the rook. Be patient. Yeah, because now your bishop is the wrong way. Yeah. Knight e5 is still the best move. Knight e5 is still the best move. Oh. 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 Why? What is e6? What could possibly be the logic of e6? Okay. Oh! Knight c3 is still the best move because you attack the queen, and if knight c3 here, this is mate. Oh! Knight c3 is still the best move. Yo, they played it. They played it. Yo! Okay, queen is hanging, queen is hanging. The best move is pawn to e5. That's never happening in a million years. Probably black is just going to take the queen. Yup. Now, you can take here, or you can take here. If you take here, there's this. If you take the bishop, you still have some tricks here. Insane. Absolutely insane. The rook is trapped. I had a feeling. Oh my god, I should have predicted that. Because I was just about to say, I think white is going to be like, yo, I'm going to lose my rook, so I might as well put my knight in the way, blundering the knight and the rook at the same time. I had a feeling. I should have said that. I knew that that was going to happen. So now instead of losing the rook, you lose a rook and a knight, which is sick. That's really legendary. Now we bring the bishop all the way back, and we start giving checks. The king runs forward to its own demise. Check. Knight b4. We take the knight. We take the pawn. And black... What happened? Did black run out of time? Did white resign here? This is a real game? I know it's a real game. I know. I know. So, white playing like this and then you not responding in the best punishment gives me immediately off the bat 500 to 600 vibes. I think probably around 5. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me. I think it's around 550. Right off the bat, 4-move mate, you play King's Indian, and then you don't punish the best way. I mean, this sequence here, to blunder the rook, and then follow it up with the ultra-powerful and mysterious e6 bishop d7, and for white to never develop another piece. Total pandemonium here. I don't think it's 500. My guess is 390, but mostly because of white. I actually think that black played way better. I would say this is a very low 500 game, maybe 470 is my guess. 470, but the moving the queen all the time, could that be a sign of a 500 or 600? I think black made too many mistakes for that. I'm going to say 520. 520. 520. Final guess. 570. 570. Fine. I'll take that one. I'll be within 50. 570. We take those. We take those. We within 50 points. We're within 50 points. All right, 520. That was not bad. In the words of James from Love on the Spectrum, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. That is not too bad. A nice little Guess the Elo run to conclude the stream.